What's up YouTube? Josh here from Sushi99 with a deck profile for Chaos Agents. Yeah, I had a little tournament at school today where we played for packs of Abyss Rising. I went up 4-0 and won the whole thing. So, I didn't win the box. I mean, I won like 6-7 packs, but I pulled really well from what I got. I might show you guys that later on, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and show you deck profile. Show you side deck and extra deck and stuff like that later on. So, Agents, so I run the 2 Earth. The only target I have for Earth, 3 Venus. These numbers are actually quite good. And yeah, Venus calls out Shine Balls. Shine Balls are easy toolboxing for level 2s. Like, there's a lot of options that I can do. I could actually like use these to synchro or for creature swaps or overlay, which is what I usually do with them. It really depends on the situation. I usually go for either Gachi or Phoenix, then Hyperion, because they're way too easy to get out, and even if you don't have like a fairy target to remove and pop something, like 27 is still a considerable number to get over. So yeah, 3 him. We got 3 breakers. Dark target, of course, Chaos, and we have back row hate and a big monster all in one. It turns into 19 when you get the counter on him, and can you can remove that counter and pop something. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Breaker, but yeah, like he baits out warnings, he crashes into Thunder Kings, which I hate, and yeah. Tour Guide, Engine, just these 3. I don't run Bus, I don't run, what's it called? I don't run Night Assailant. I don't like either of those, because I'll usually just Tour Guide into the Tour Guide anyway, and then later on if I get Sangan, then it's not a bad thing to top deck. 2 Trag, because Trag is amazing in Agents. Veilers, for effect negation. I don't run anything else to negate effects. Honest, because I run Lights. Gores, because he's Gores. It's all for the hand traps. And Chaos of Sork and BLS, because they're amazing cards. Like, you can get rid of whatever you don't want. Yeah. I didn't actually end up getting BLS today for some reason. Like, I just never drew into him, but apparently the deck didn't really need it. So, yeah, that's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. Double Duality. I would have liked this at 3, but 2 is a good number too, because, you know, Goat Samide. Yeah, it makes the deck a lot more consistent and slows it down for when you just want to control lands. It's chainable and makes their monsters easier to run over. And if you have like a Gachi or something that lands, they Dark Hole, or like something like that, you might as well chain the land so it can't be destroyed. Well, I ended up using it for a bunch of stuff today. It's a good multi-use card. Creature swap because it's hilarious. I go for Shine Balls or Sangan, even Breakers. Like, I'll summon Breaker, break the back row, then creature swap for one of their bigger monsters. It's good stuff. Triple MST, because MST is amazing, and it's 3 of. Sorry about that, my sister went upstairs. And Staples, Mind Control, Reborn, Heavy, Dark Hole. For traps, I only ran 4, Double Torrential, Bottomless, and Compulse. I only main 1 of each, and I side the other 2. Okay, extra. I had Gachi, because what Agent deck doesn't run Gachi? It does huge amounts of work. It's a 22 wall when it first comes out, it boosts your stuff, and then they basically have to waste 3 power cards or 3 attacks trying to get him off the field. Phoenix, because he creates OTK situations, and loads your graveyard up for whatever for Hyperion. Dark Mist, in case you need to get over something huge and you don't have any other ways to get over it. Yeah, sorry about that. Levier, because he's Levier. And you remove a lot in this deck. So, Zen mains for protection. Cowboy, because, yeah, who knows? You might need to Ukazi for game. And, yeah, a good card overall. Utopia, I couldn't find my ice stroke, so I ended up going with Utopia. Armory Arm, because BLS is in this deck, and Armory Arm BLS is too good in OTK to pass up. Oh, one second. Hyper Librarian for when I play against Synchro heavy decks. Catastor, because he's Catastor. Orient Dragon for that rogue Synchro deck. Psychics. So much work against Psychics. Gaia Knight, big beater, gets over stuff like Stardust, and Utopias, forces negate. And Black Rose for the wipe. Staple Synchro. And Stardust, because he stops dark holes, and he stops smashings and heavies or whatever else you don't want. And Scrap Dragon, because he's Scrap Dragon. I never really got him out today, but it's nice to have him there. Then YuGiOh, Gorse Token. Alright. Side deck. I only use like half my side today. I'll just show it to you guys anyway. 10 tempo. I sided out for Orient Dragon once if I'm playing like a wind-ups or something. I didn't really play any Xyz decks today. So yeah. Maxi, he didn't really see anything. But these next four, DD Crow, 2 and 2 Kaikus, they saw a lot of play today. They did so much work. And yeah, like too good. Can't even express it. Double Prohibition. Did some work against like an Exodia deck I played earlier. Needle Sealing. Chain Disappearance, never saw play. Magic Drain, surprisingly it did see play. It's a good thing. Magic Drain's good, I don't see why people don't run it. And Compulsory and Bottomless, the extras that I told you about earlier. Okay, so today I played round 1, 6 hams. Like, it was 60 card deck. The matchup was way too easy. Like, it was basically a give me. There was a bunch of misplays on his part and just made it even easier. So I didn't even have to side against him. Then the second round I played against Exodia, and he drew kind of badly on the first game, so I ended up killing him on with an OTK. And the second game I sided out my Gores and my Trigodias, and I put in, what's it called? Double Prohibition and Magic Drain. These guys. I actually ended up drawing into these 3 in rapid succession in the first 3 turns. So on the first turn, I Prohibitioned his on the first turn in the second game he duality'd into 1 day apiece but didn't play it. So I just Prohibitioned it on the second turn, and that was dead for him the whole game. And then I drew into another Prohibition, and I Prohibitioned Threatening Roar, which he ran 3 of, and basically that was his hand for the full game, and he couldn't do anything with it. Magic Drain, I Magic Drained an Upstart, and that it was good. It worked real well. No draw for him. Yeah, and let me see. Third round, I played against Psychics. So that was a pretty tough matchup for me. Third round, I ended up going. I lost one of the games in the third round, but then I ended up taking first and third game. I sided in, let's see, the second Compulse and the second Bottomless, and then Kaikus and DD Crows. Like, I shut down his graveyard so he couldn't do anything. Just awesome. And let me see. In the fourth round, I actually ended up playing against the same guy, the same Psychic deck, because it was like double elimination where you go into the loser's bracket if you don't get the winner's bracket. And yeah, I ended up 2-0ing him in the fourth round. So yeah.